Hey guys, DC here, and this is my review of Solitaire Stories for the Apple Arcade on Apple TV. So the game is loading up here. Takes a little bit of a second. And the game has some nice colors here. They use a pretty nice color palette for this game. Real bright, vibrant colors. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still Solitaire from a foundational sort of look at it. Klondike Solitaire, to be exact, is the, I think is the main and only version. I know that when I played this, it was the main version, but there may be other versions of Solitaire that I'm unaware of. Now, the last time I played Solitaire was probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. I'm not a big Solitaire fan. I just, remember when I was younger playing it, like on my Windows PC. Got into it, played it on the computer quite a bit. But I never really got into playing Solitaire like with actual cards, like in person, physically. Never really got into that too much. And now the game is just kind of giving us a breakdown as far as, how to move cards and kind of the rules of Solitaire, more or less. So as you're moving cards, if you can't move any more cards, then you can go to the stock pile and pull more. So yeah, we're alternating. So it's going to be going in ascending order is the way that you're going to be stacking the cards eventually to the side. But kind of when they're still in the main sort of, playing field, they're going to be going in a descending order. So on the left-hand side here, you can see kind of the ascending order that the cards will eventually go into. That vertical column all the way to the left. We're going in ascending order, and it's going to be going all the way up to King would be the highest card in this case. And that's me just going ahead and clicking on the cards, and when you click on them, they just go to the proper area. In this case, once the kind of space is available for that card to be correctly put into ascending order. But again, you're initially putting the cards in descending order, kind of in those main piles in the center of the playing board, and to the right is your stockpile. So this is the deck we were just playing with. What I do eventually is I unlock another deck. It's the deck that we see in a lot of the trailers for Solitaire Stories. So I'm just also getting a hold of the mechanics and kind of how to navigate the menu here. It is kind of weird or kind of wonky as far as kind of navigating. Or at least I had that issue when I first started. As I played more, I was able to kind of navigate the menu a little bit easier. But you'll see here that I kind of do a few different edits once I start playing, because as you may know, Solitaire, sometimes it can be a longer game. And again, I haven't played Solitaire in, again, probably a good decade, so I kind of had to relearn how to play a little bit, and it took me a while to kind of get through my first deck. And this is the deck I'll eventually buy here, but I kind of look around the menu a little bit here. I look more at the rules, but I buy that really bright kind of color palette deck there with the Jack and kind of popping out there, or the Joker rather. But Yeah, at the end of the day, this like I said before, this is Solitaire. So if you are a Solitaire fan, then this is right up your alley for the Apple Arcade. If you're not a Solitaire fan, then what can I say to you? This may not be the most fun of a game for you to play. So I'm getting more into the menu options here. There's a leaderboard like with most of our Apple Arcade games. We can track your achievements, and I'm sure that's going to get updated a little bit more as the game kind of ages. So again, I'm going to unlock the Pantaluni deck here. So I get a congratulations for unlocking my first deck. And I'm going to try it out later. Again, I'm just doing some more navigation, getting kind of comfortable with the game and navigating through the menus here. We have daily challenges. And, as you know, we have a way to track our stats and achievements. And there's a few different modes here. So you can do quick play where you just go ahead into the cards, or you can do begin story. So in just a moment here, I'm going to do the story mode, which gives you, a little bit more of, gives you a little bit more of a background on, your pursuit through these decks, I guess, So a lot of sports games or, card games like this may not have, really developed backstories. Like when you play Solitaire on your PC, there's not a backstory to the game. So this kind of gives us a little bit more story, kind of increases longevity of the game, makes it a little bit more exciting, gives you a little bit more purpose for the game if you need that. Most people who get into Solitaire may not need a backstory, but this is a way to kind of, I would say, get younger gamers involved and kind of get them engaged, and a good introduction to Solitaire if they've never played. This is a way to kind of capture them. And now we have more on how to play here. The tableau is what that main sort of table is called. The foundation. The foundation piles are hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. The stockpile is that pile all the way to the right. How to win: build up all four foundations in ascending suite sequence to the king. So yeah, this is more on the rules. This is good. I know the rules of Solitaire more or less, so I didn't spend too much time on this. You see autocomplete there, which I will probably use kind of a little bit later on here once I get through my deck.
Once upon a time, there was a king who lost his pants.
This is the Pantaluni story. The king who lost his pants. And if you have time, look into the, I guess, the expression, if you want to call it that, of, the emperor has no pants. It's a story, so it may be a play on that. I think the story, so we'll see.
The impatient king roared. Have you seen my golden pants?
So the king is calling for Jack.
But your calves are quite impressive.
And funny, he compliments his calves.
The king scowled. Who would play such a cruel joke on your beloved king?
And again, I like this cool little design, the colors of Jack, the king.
I know does come to mind.
Just kind of, it makes the game a little more interesting. I like that.
Pants, or else, the king warned. I may have to dust off the old guillotine.
So he may have to dust off the guillotine if he can't find his pants.
To set out on your search for the king's pants.
So we have to get through 2 games here, is what the king has instructed us to do as Jack here. Alright, so the game has started. And again, I still had my little pause, so the notification stuck up there. So again, that was hard for me to kind of see. That was kind of throwing me off. I ended up just pausing it to get into the menu, and then I do think I kind of re-deal this hand. So yeah, what I did was I redealt my my hand eventually because I got off to such a slow start. And also, you know, that game I think I wound up getting stuck in that game too. So again, I haven't played this game in years, so I had to kind of get back into kind of a decent speed that I felt comfortable with, and kind of just remind myself kind of how to get through a solitaire deck. So I'm not going to show you guys the full game, but this is a good little piece of it here. And again, don't you know, judge me too harshly here. I again, it took a little bit of time to get through this deck. Again, it's been quite some time since I've played, and what I do is I do kind of like a quick little edit. I cut out a lot of the middle of the game here, but I'm going to show you kind of how I started here and kind of how the game looks. So again, we have some really bright colors here. Just one of the positive things of the game. And I'm using my SteelSeries Nimbus. If you weren't able to tell, I usually do try to use that when I'm playing. So for me, at the bottom of the screen, it has the A for select and the directional pad to move. So again, this game is available on Apple TV, iPad, and the iPhone, so it may not look exactly like this for you. So again, I'm getting just kind of used to my, you know, the game itself, and kind of just also how to get through the deck and move and navigate and put cards where I want to put cards. I realized that when you're pressing on A to the card, it'll move. You don't have to like click and drag. I was thinking, okay, I gotta click and drag this. I was kind of stuck in my Windows PC days where I'm like, okay, I know, you know, I need to drag this to where I want and it will snap. But in this game, you press on the card and it goes to any of the options that it has. So, you know, if you have multiple options as far as where the card can go, if you press on it and then you press on that card again, it will move to the other option. So that's the way that you can kind of move the cards around. If you want to move it to a different pile, you just press on the card again and it will, you know, move to the next option that's available. But yeah, once you press it out of that stock pile, yeah, you can't put it back in. It will just go to whatever options that are available kind of in that main sort of, you know, the main 7 there. But this is a pretty game to look at. It is a big sort of change to our conventional solitaire games that we may be used to. So this may not be a game that anybody can just pick up and start playing. Again, younger gamers, if you've never played solitaire, may be a good introduction, but there is a little bit of a learning curve, you know, as with any game. But you know, solitaire, you know, it may not be fun for a younger gamer, you know. So anyone who's been playing solitaire for some time, I think this is a great sort of game to help break up a little of the, you know, monotony of your standard solitaire games. Beautiful game to look at. Gives you some backstory. Gives you kind of a break between, you know, your decks and your games to kind of remind you that you're still playing a game, you know, outside of the actual outside of solitaire. So I'm going to transition towards the end of this game because Took me a little bit of time. You can see that the clock has gone up to give you that running clock there to make you nervous. I have over like 500 moves at this point, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's the 100 mark, something along those lines, but yeah. So I'll put in my cards there, and then eventually it'll allow you to autocomplete once all of your cards are turned over. So that's what I opted for, just to do the autocomplete, and I'm good to go after 21 minutes. So it took me some time. Not the most efficient, but I got it done. So that's my review on the game. I did enjoy it. It's something different for solitaire players. Definitely pick this up if you're into card games. It could be another way to kind of enjoy yourself with some idle time. Thank you for watching this review. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you can't win if you don't play.